Most of our students, they come as a tourist. So we have a lot of tourists, which is usually short term, up to 6 months. Then we have the students, but normally the students, they're looking into going to universities and stuff like that. So those are like more long-term students. And then we have the whole bunch of working holiday visas. We have a lot of people coming from different places, not only Korea, but like Chile, Spain, and that kind of other countries that have their agreement. For Korean people, yeah, most of the people that come from Korea come with a working holiday, and the objective is clear. Like the objective is come here, like loosen up a little bit with English, and then go and find a job. We don't have any specific courses designed for working holiday students, but the way we do it, or the way we help them, is through our activities. We just had about a month ago like a resume seminar. We brought some people here from different places to explain what they needed to work. We're not gonna have a specific class for them. However, some of our topics in some of the classes are gonna be about work, about interviews, about how to tackle an interview, how to create a resume, that kind of things. So, but we always try to complement with something else. We know that sometimes classes are not enough. So we help them with the resumes, we help them with some activities, we plan activities around work fairs and that kind of thing. So we're always trying to help them be here. From all the students that we're receiving here, Korean or from any other nationalities, some people have different objectives. When you come with working holiday, it's a very different situation. Normally you get about a year of working holiday, but if you're gonna do that here, you just wanna do English as much as possible and as fast as possible to be able to go out and work. We have some examples in here of people that they have actually came back to talk to other students about how they did it. We had a couple students from Korea, a few girls from Japan that also came in that situation. They studied for 3-4 months just to loosen up a little bit. They had a pretty good base at first, and they're all working right now. Some of them are working in a Starbucks. They are very interested in just like having the experience, go and travel, then go to another country and do another working holiday. That is actually one of the most popular ones. They come to Canada, do a working holiday, work for like 6 months or something like that, then go to New Zealand, Ireland or something like that. The students that usually come here with a working holiday, they get a lot of support. And I can tell you, if it is not 100%, it's very close to that. They all find a job, independently of how they begin. Yeah, he was a chef in Chile. He was a very good chef in Chile, but he had no English at all. He thought he was coming with a medium level of English. That was not true. But he did find a job in 2 weeks in here. I personally coach him a little bit on how to tackle interviews, what to say, what not to say, etc., especially like salaries, that kind of things, expectations. So he's actually working here downtown, a very cool restaurant. He's been doing fine. He's been here for a couple of years already, and he's been doing fine. That's very variable. Finding a job in Canada, it can be really open, depending on the country you come from, the background you come from, and everything. If you really want to find a job like in your profession and something that you have prepared before, I would recommend intermediate to advanced. So you're able to actually go to an interview, tackle your interview, talk to Canadian people or some other people too. However, some people come from different backgrounds, and Calgary is a very international city. We have very, very different business from all over the world. So people who want to find a job here, normally they do it. English level, yeah, it's very important. I would say is the most important thing in here. But if you really want to find a job, if you have that hunger, you find it anyway. This is a cool story. We have in our homestay program, we have people also staying in those houses from different backgrounds. And you would think that most of them either they're not compatible or something like that, because like one is Korean, the other is Mexican, and sometimes different cultures. But I received an email from, actually 2 emails from 2 of our homestays showing me like the longest conversations they had between 10, 15 students they have hosted before, and they all know each other even though they didn't stay at the same time, and they're all hanging out in Mexico. The common thing was the homestay. She has a group, like I don't know if it is a WhatsApp group or like a messenger group, with all of the students that have stayed in her house, and they put them to talk. Like she became like a host for them and kind of like a mother for them, and they all treat them as such, and they all started like talking to each other because of her, because of that coincidence, and they became pretty good friends. Yes, absolutely. For Korean students and actually for all newhak students, come to Canada, come to Calgary. I know it sounds cheesy, but honestly, you're gonna have a really good time in here. Don't be afraid. Don't think that you might be too beginner to come to Calgary or to Canada. People are extremely friendly in here. You're gonna find a place that you are able to call home. You're gonna find a school that are gonna treat you like we are your family, and in general you're gonna find a lot of friends in here. You're gonna have a really good time, and that is something that you're gonna keep up for the rest of your life.